topics and opinions expressed on the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4WN Radio.
Welcome to my radio and TV show, Debi Changes Lives. I'm Debbie, your certified holistic health coach. I revitalize your lives with helping you identify the root cause of your health problems and create a custom, natural, holistic strategy to address them in the areas of mind, body, and soul. As a health coach, I'm not allowed to say that I heal, treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any diseases. Simply, I can make your body more efficient by reducing symptoms. You'll feel better, you enjoy life more, and be more productive. Today, I'm going to be talking about caring for your holistic you with holistic self-love. Before I start with that, I'm kind of curious. How did your January go with creating that vision board and your intentions? Were you able to attain a portion of your intention or goals? You notice I use the words a portion of your intention and goals because in that first 30 days, you're not going to be able to achieve your intention and goals, really. And a lot of people give up right away in January. Don't do that. So what you want to do is just see how your habits that you've created are working for you. So you can go to my link tree at https:// Debi, DEBI, changes, CHANGS, lives, LIVS.com / link tree. And I've added a watch my show button, as well as a blog post button that's on there already. And you can look at my previous episode on the Vision Cast show that helps you create your vision board and an avatar board, which is a board of you, what you want to be in the future. So you always want to, be successful by remolding your habits if they're not working for you, because sometimes you just don't like them. And when you do that and you constantly remold them as you go on with your life, you'll grow and be able to optimize your health and succeed in what you want to achieve. So I, want to start asking you some questions. When it comes to self-love, do you love yourself? Think about it. Are you harsh on yourself? Are you unhappy? If you don't love yourself, you really need to stop and do something about it. Because you're projecting a negative oppression on others, your feelings, and they're going to notice that. You will not get forward in your life, whether it's business or just your regular life. It could be your personal life as well. And you will not be able to, achieve the relationships you want in business and personal life too. And it all begins with awareness. Are you aware of what you need? You need to look inside yourself. And you need to look at the true sense of your health, physically, mentally, and spiritually. You need to look at yourself holistically. You need to seek clarity. And if you need help, you reach out to a coach like me, because I can certainly help you make sense of what you want to do. Now, I'm going to give you some awareness tools. And the first one is journaling. Journaling is very useful to see clarity of what's working and what's not. And I offer this daily action journal when you sign up for my newsletter, where you can write down your gratitudes of thoughts and feelings you've had, as well as emotions and the foods you eat and everything else, what you drink and exercise and stuff like that. But what's really great about it is that you can review back to it on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to find out what is working for you, which are your wins, and find out what's not, which are your gaps, and do something about it. You can also do that in diaries. Diaries are great because you can always read back to your diary to see, oh, maybe I need to work in this area. Maybe I need to really write my gratitude in a journal. And that is really important because you'll see clarity and you'll see what you need to do. And from my gratitude show, I wrote, and I actually said in there that journaling is very therapeutic, and it is. It's also a great place for you to track your gratitude. So you can visit that show on my link tree and see how you can use gratitude to turn around that negative emotion that you have into a more positive emotion. Because when you have a positive, uplifting, where you have multiple things that you're really grateful for, it adds up over time and it changes your outlook on life. And you may want to go to the next show. There you go. And that's where the gratitude show is. So again, you can go to my link tree for my shows and you can find it there. Plus, you can revisit the VisionCast show because that's also another empowering tool because it'll give you clarity and focus because you're trying to figure out what you want to do for that year or for your life. And you also are creating a new version of yourself that you want to be in the next 12 months or a couple of years. My whole point is once you have clarity and focus, it gives you direction for you to be on your journey of your new self. And that's so important. Now, I want to give you some insights. People are busy and they obviously don't focus on themselves. So paying attention to yourselves is very important. And you really need to pay attention to your health. As you saw in my first episode, US ranks 12th in obesity of the world. 36% of adults are obese, as well as 19% of children. People are not being aware or in tune to your bodies and not paying attention to their health. And they really need to do that. And they wouldn't be unhealthy. Now, I am naturally intuitive with my health, and you'll learn that over time. And you know exactly what you need. Doctors are amazed that I'm right on the money with what I need. And what's great about it is I am aware and I act upon it. And that's what you need to do too if you have a health issue. Everyone in life is a work in progress, including myself. So you're always going to grow in life. And just remember that. You don't want to give your body garbage like processed foods. What you're doing is you're slowing down your body systems and causing dis-ease. The body systems are going to be not feeling well, not at ease to function properly. And you will get diseases. For more information on this topic, you go to w4w.com YouTube channel for https://bit.ly/revitalization with a capital R, coach with a capital C, all in one word. And it's my introductory video for my podcast. And I've gotten a lot better at it. So anyways, everybody has their own unique fingerprint of health. I want you to remember that. And with that unique fingerprint of health, you're born with your fingerprint. Before you're born, you have a fingerprint of health that you're actually getting from your mother. And I guide people with a clean, toxic-free diet, as you saw earlier from my earlier slide. And I educate people on the importance of the 90 essential nutrients. That's really important because our foods have declined in nutrient value over the last 50 years to be 70 to 80% nutrient deficient. And that's why 90 essential nutrients is really needed to fill those gaps in your body system. And since we get our health gut from our mothers, it's really important that you moms out there who are wanting to become a mom, that you love yourself and make sure your gut is healthy, because you're going to pass that gut down to your baby. And does it give you some instances that unhealthy gut, you can have anxiety, depression, and cloudy thinking. Sometimes you think, oh, I have pregnancy. I'm pregnant. my mind is kind of cloudy. Well, that's normal. But if you are like that when you're not pregnant, you got to do something about your health and be aware of it. And I can guide you to a healthier gut. Now, it's funny. For a lot of people, when they're doing a health evaluation where they rate their symptoms in the last 30 days, you can go to the next slide. It's a great health awareness tool, as well as the Zytolink scan, which is a transdermal optical imaging device, where I send you an app to your phone and you scan your face for 30 seconds. It looks at your blood flow and it looks at different body systems and lifestyles, and it looks for energetic, functional, and emotional, and gives you a report of biomarkers out of range and products and services to bring it back into range. Both of these reports create a baseline for you. And yes, you need to do this on a monthly basis so you can see how your progress is progressing. Even that 30-day health and mindset daily action journal will make you more aware of where your health is going. And all these tools will help you have a clearer picture, with your thoughts and feelings and all the water and what you're doing for your health and in relationship to your holistic well-being. Okay, so Rebel, I'm going to have Rebel answer a question for me. She's my engineer. Could you, do you see the importance of how important awareness is for self-love?
Yes, I can. I can definitely see that being aware of what's going on is important.
Yes, and these tools will help them, make them a little bit more aware and get them started. So now we're coming up to Valentine's Day. Whether you're in a relationship or not, you need to love yourself. And don't be so hard on yourself because people will notice that. And that's why it's probably difficult for you to be in a relationship at the moment. You got to love yourself, okay? So don't sulk at home. Do something fun. And you can go to the spa and enjoy yourself. You even go out with some girlfriends who are in the same boat as you and have a girls' night out. Or go, if you're a guy, go out with the guys and have a blast, okay? You may even think a little bit forward thinking, and maybe you want to plan a trip to an exotic place or somewhere else that you can have fun. These activities are life enriching. If for some reason they don't help, then something is missing and you need to explore yourself and perhaps set some time to do some of those self-explorations that you can do with your journal, that you can do with your diary, that you can do with, that avatar board and the vision board. Explore what you need. And you can also do some, go through a self-improvement course or contact a coach like me that can help you, okay? Now, some people are perfectionists. That could be good. You can go to the next slide. That could be good and that could be bad. And, you want to go to the next slide? Oops, I guess we missed a slide. So don't be hard on yourself. And these are tools that you can do. So keep going forward. That's fine. Don't be so hard on yourself if you're a perfectionist. It could be good. It could be bad. Because you can actually use that idea of perfection to strive for that perfection to be successful, because it'll give you drive. You'll be consistent and persistent. The only drawback to being a perfectionist is when you fail. If you're going to be harsh on yourself, you're not doing yourself any service. You need to, instead of looking at something that you failed, look at it as a learning lesson and a way to grow. Because that way you can grow and learn from that learning lesson and not be so hard on yourself. Plus, you always want to grow in life. You don't want to be stagnant. Now, in the next slide, many people are content. That could be good, that could be bad. And people don't necessarily want to move out of their comfort zone. That's why they're content. Perhaps they didn't improving their health and they didn't succeed. Or perhaps they are afraid of what other people think. And maybe they're not paying attention to themselves and they're unintentionally holding on to their weight, thinking, oh, I don't need to do this. There are possibilities to improve your health and release weight. There's always possibilities. And sometimes improving upon yourself, actually, it is always actually, is a way to grow in life. In life, you do need the growth. And you need to push your comfort zone a little bit. And that's where a coach like me will come in. I'm not going to push you to the max. I'm going to just, kind of push you as you go along in your journey to try different possibilities, to enrich your life, to grow your life, because you have no idea what your life can really bring you. Everybody on this earth has a purpose in life. And you need to prosper. You need to seek clarity. You need to seek that purpose, because once you achieve it, it's just, you're going to be so happy with yourself. You'll love yourself and you'll love what you're doing in the world. So remember, grow for your purpose, okay? And on the next slide, don't berate yourself, okay? That's not going to do you any good. Many women, unfortunately, and a lot of teenage girls, they berate themselves because they're comparing themselves to others. Don't judge yourself against others. You are a unique person and you'll get where you want to be, but judging yourself to others is just going to slow you down. Instead, love yourself. And what I love having people do that berate themselves is this mirror love activity that I've learned from Deb Erickson and Louise Hayes. Simply accept the state that you're in right now. And what you want to do, if it's easier, just look at your face like this girl's looking at her face. And you want to say, now's the time to better my health, better my body, better my mental outlook, better how I feel about myself. I will thrive, move forward, pay attention to every little change, and celebrate it. That's your entryway to mirror love. Eventually, you'll be saying things like this. You want to go to the next slide, please? I love myself. I am precious soul in this world. I am loving. I give love to others. I am loving myself. I love my eyes because they're bright and cheerful, or pretty and bright. I love the way I smile because it warms my heart. And you can customize this to whatever you want for yourself. And it will make you smile like it does in this lady in this mirror. And eventually you'll say, I will love all the other parts of me when they're in the place that I just truly desire, even when as I'm getting there. It's doable. It will happen. It is done. It doesn't take that long to do that mirror love. It only takes a few minutes a day. And with self-love, you want to give yourself some self-love care activities, like a relaxing bath. Whoops. Like a relaxing bath where you can, I guess we did get ahead of ourselves. That's okay. Like a relaxing bath where you can release your thoughts and emotions and get your body muscles feeling good. Also, you want to meditate. And I always love doing meditation either at a beach or a park. I also do something like hiking and walking, outside, outdoors. Both of these meditations and ecotherapy are great ways to release your stress, because what's happening is you're immersing yourself into the environments, whether you're at the beach or in the woods or a park. So, for instance, at the beach, you're hearing the sounds of the gulls from the distance, and you're hearing the lapping of the waves as it hits the sand or possibly hitting some rocks. It has rhythm, and that rhythm is relaxing you and calming you down. And the sense of the breezes, the cool ocean breezes, makes you feel wonderful. And also in the woods, you hear the rustling of leaves, that the breezes are actually blowing the leaves, making that rustling sound. You feel that cool breeze as well. You are hearing the rippling, rushing of waters in a creek. And you're hearing the chirping of the birds that just kind of make you smile. And when you're outdoors, whether you're at the beach or whether you're in the mountains or at a park, you are taking in natural form of vitamin D that uplifts your mood. And the whole experience of that ecotherapy relaxes you, calms you, and you're going to be releasing some stress and anxiety. And it's really important to have the right mindset to propel yourself forward and do these activities. Now, when you're stressed, you want to schedule some me time. You make yourself a priority. Um, it's very possible that you may be very busy, and because you're busy, you have kids, or maybe you're busy because you have somebody that's, an elder, and possibly are a sandwich generation like I was. And you need to make me time. So what you do is you talk to your kids, especially your parents kind of understand, unless they have dementia, um, that you need to have me time. And you say, give me this me time, and I'll give you a reward. And during that me time, you could read a book, maybe a self-improvement book. You could work on a fun craft project that makes you smile. And you can take some time out to reflect on your desires and dreams. You can do it outside or wherever you want to do, just to get out there. Even spend some special time for that loved one that you want to spend time with. When you're done with your me time, you get together with your kids and say, and give them a little bit of a reward and say, thank you for respecting my time. You're going to be so grateful that you've done this, because you won't feel like you're being stretched like a rubber band. Now, for some people, exercise or self-love is exercise. You want to go to the next slide? Now, everybody knows I am a runner, and I especially love those short runs because I can get them done really quickly, and it just uplifts my spirits and my mood. And recently, I just did my 7th half marathon, and that's a grand accomplishment that I don't do every day because I have to train for it. But it is that grand accomplishment which just puts you over the moon. And you don't need to be a runner like me. You can walk, you could do yoga, you could do Zumba, and you could do Pilates. The whole purpose of exercise, it gets your body moving. It circulates your blood, it circulates your lymph. And it does uplift your mood, especially if you're doing it outside, just like that ecotherapy I was talking about before. And the word emotion has motion in it. So you need to get your body moving so you can uplift your emotion and reduce your stress. So you could also give yourself some self-love by going to, well, before I go there, Rebel, what did you think of these ideas of releasing stress, and also what I talked about before? Was there anything that you really liked?
First, I have to ask, did you say sandwich generation? What does that mean?
Sandwich generation. Sandwich generation means you have somebody that's older that's declining, and you have a baby that
Oh,
you're
I
taking
see.
care of. So you got double duty.
Ah, I see. So you really
Yeah,
have no time for yourself
I
at
did.
all.
Yeah, I had no time for myself, and I wish I knew these ways to make time for myself and relieve some of my stress. But people can read that in my book, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, it's really important to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, it's hard for you to take care of them.
Seems like everybody needs to take a 5-minute, start with 5 minutes and then try to build to their way up to more time for themselves. But even if you start with a minimal amount of time and make it count, it might make a difference.
Yes, yes, but I at least give yourself a half hour. I really think you'd be more beneficial. Because if you want to read something or get involved in something, reflecting or whatever you want to do, it takes a little bit more time. And it doesn't really hurt for the kids to do a project by themselves, or somebody watching the kids while you are taking care of yourself. So,
Absolutely. But what if you can't build up like, if you can't gut that much time out at the moment, would it be good to start with at least take 5 minutes to focus on breathing and then work your way
I
up to squeeze in more time?
yeah, you want to do some breathing, but you also want, I think 10 minutes is more beneficial. And tell you the truth, you could probably do your craft projects with the kids around in the background, but they're just giving you a little time, you know? And but you got to teach your kids boundaries. You really do. because they will respect your time better that way.
It seems it would also help them respect their own time that way too.
Yeah,
They'll grow up knowing this, so they'll have time when they get older to book out their time.
exactly, exactly. Because they're learning it from you. Exactly.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So, one thing with self-love, you gotta love yourself with good nutrition. You know what a lot of people do? They eat that carton of ice cream. And they get a false sense of satisfaction because that sugar is giving you is rewarding your reward center in your brain. Sugar is actually very addictive. And you need to stay away from sugar because sugar, not burn, will turn into fat. It will also cause a leaky gut and inflammation in different body systems and make your health deteriorate. So a good nutrition are clean, toxic-free proteins and organic produce. And as like I said before, because they're lacking in nutrients, you do need to take a good supplementation as well. But cooking is so beneficial for you that people just are not aware of, and they get too much takeout. They get those prep meals, and preparing foods for yourself is an experience because you will smell and hear the cooking. It will remind you of some of the favorite dishes your mom may have made for you. It will get your mouth watering. You will all of a sudden activate your salivary glands, and you will start your digestive process. Um, and again, if you're supplementation, you won't overindulge. But if you're not supplementing, make sure you don't overindulge. And, with everything going on in life and you need to improve your health, you want to give yourself love with some of my programs to improve your health. I am not going to go into every detail now because I'm going to do that later. But I have that beach reveal retreat where you can write a chapter in a book at a retreat center. I have Take Your Body Back that doesn't have all that glamour. And then I have Y-Fast, but they all have clean, toxic-free foods. They all have exercise. They all have intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting is not something to be scared of because it actually is very beneficial for your body because it actually will get rid of dead cells and repair cells, and it will help improve your mood. It will reduce anxiety and give you clear thinking. Plus, it boosts your metabolism so that you can release weight. So another thing that is great for giving yourself some self-love is getting the rest you need. Now, with our techno generation, we have a lot of screens. We have those phones, we have the computer screen, we have the TV screen, we have the tablets, we have the iPads. And all those screens, believe it or not, are taxing your energy. And you need at least 7 hours of sleep. And people are staying up watching, addicted to TV and computer screens, watching some really nonsense stuff sometimes. And it doesn't do you any favors because some of the messages are quite negative, number one, and the screens are taxing you of energy. So you need a detox at least 2 hours before you go to bed. The average time is 7 hours. Some people need more as adults, and children definitely need 8 to 10 hours of sleep. So everyone needs to detox and for 2 hours. And at that time, you could read a story to your children in bed. You could read a book for yourself. You could write a journal. You could take that nice, warm, relaxing hot bath and ease into sleep. If you're still having some issues with easing into sleep, we kind of talked about this earlier. Meditation is great. And you can ease into meditation, but some people just cannot get into that rhythm. So it's part of diaphragmatic breathing is part of it, which I'll go into a little bit later. But what can give you rhythm is binaural audios and some meditation apps. And 10 minutes is probably a good way to start because some people just don't believe in meditation. But as you gradually, add 5 minutes to it and things like that, you can see how it's releasing your emotions and releasing stress, especially when you use nice calm music. So all that stuff is going to calm you down. Now, there are some natural solutions that you can do. to ease your sleep. If you want to go to the next slide. And it all depends on how stressed you are. Now, if you have pets, you can snuggle with your pets, or you can snuggle with your children and have a nice snuggle time. You can also, or your loved one, okay? You can also have chamomile tea. I love stretching in bed because I kind of release some tension in my muscles, and I use my mindset techniques to release my emotions before I go to bed. And if you want to go to the next slide, here are some products that will help you ease into sleep that are all natural and they're not addictive at all. Sleep Beyond Sleep Gummies is a great new product that I'm offering now. I love it. And there's a lot of essential oils you can use. I prefer to be at peace, but I have others that you can select from as well because it does bring your mind to peace and have less of that chatter going on. And also, there's something called the Air Revitalizer. And there's a sleep formula you can add to it. And when you run it at night, it's like a white noise machine. And it puts this scent into the air that helps ease you to sleep. So those are some solutions that you can do. And really, I create custom solutions for everybody. So you really need to set that appointment at my link tree so that I can create that custom solution for you. So Rebel, are you getting enough sleep?
Probably not. I try to sleep between the hours of 1 a.m. to 7, if lucky, p.m. I mean a.m. 1 a.m. to 7
Okay.
a.m.
Okay. Well, you're doing better than most people that go to sleep that late. I got to tell you that much. Um, and if you want other solutions, I can help you with that. But it's really important to get your sleep because your body is like regenerating and repairing itself at night. So, when you have an injury or you're ill, you just get more sleep. You'll find out that it's repairing at night. And I have a product called Nightly Essence that repairs the gut at night too. I have a product called HGH that repairs muscles and things like that at night as well. So sleeping is kind of important. So if you can maybe detox a little bit from that screen time, that maybe will generate a little bit more sleep for you. But you're not bad. A lot of people go with 4 hours of sleep, and that's not good. Okay.
Well, I tried. Like I say, I try to go to bed at 1 o'clock. Most of the time, it's in between 2 and 3, but it's just
Yeah.
I need time to downtime because I'm surrounded by electricity and electronics and screens all day long.
Day long. Yes. Yes. And it's interesting. I've noticed my son being born at night. He's a night owl, and I don't know if you were born late at night. It might be just part of your makeup. So
I'll have to look on my birth certificate. I don't really remember what
I
time
know.
I was born.
I found that interesting, that he's been a late owl his whole life, even as a baby, as an infant. So yeah. Okay, there's really no magic pill. A good routine, and I'll get into this in a second. You can leave the slide up. That you have good, healthy habits to make you physically healthier, mentally stronger, ease yourself into better sleep, and love yourself easier. You'll be happier and enjoy life. Now, I do help people to manage and release emotions, which in turn will release stress. And one thing that's really important that will help ease your emotions and stress is deep diaphragmatic breathing. Like I said before, when you do deep diaphragmatic breathing, it does circulate your blood and lymph and does uplift your mood. But pretty much what you want to do is breathe through your nose shortly for a short period like this. Hold your breath and exhale longer. And if you do that 10 times and actually doing that sigh, it gets the angst out of you and will help you with your emotional state. And I also teach people with my mindset coaching, how to be more aware of emotional states that they're in. You can't control what's happening out in the world today. You can't control what somebody does at work. You can't control what somebody else does in your family. You can only control how you react to it. So I give the people the perspective. Where are these emotion problems coming in? Where are these stress situations coming in? Because your emotions get tied into stress, okay? And once they start recognizing that They can learn to stop it by putting a hand in front of their face to stop, take a break, do some breathing, and release and relax. And they'll see that their emotion state is going to calm down, and they'll see that their stress will ease away as well. That's really important with all my programs, with the health and weight transformation. And of course, if people just want to do mindset coaching with me too. Now, when it comes to mental health, you need to be aware that you're in a bad space. It's really important for you to reach out to somebody, to talk to somebody. A therapist is good. You can talk to me too, and I can help you with coaching, mindset coaching as well. But it depends on the severity of it, okay? So I may end up referring you to a specialist like a hypnotherapist, or you may want to go to a coaching that your therapist is doing. But one thing that is really great, if you want to do it, is that campfire project that I talked about in my last episode that you can find on my link tree. And I'm not going to say the link right now, but you can find it on my link tree. Just look for Alan Stevens Campfire Project, okay? Now, when it comes to self-love, it's important that you pay attention to yourself. Patience is a self-love virtue. Your journey is going to always change throughout your life, and you need to change with it. And you need to make a lot of hard decisions. And, you may make a wrong decision here and there. Don't be hard on yourself. On your journey, just be patient. Celebrate the wins. And if you have these big gaps, break them down into smaller steps. And that's where a coach like me can help you, to remind you to be patient, to remind you that you're doing just fine, and to remind you that you need to break things down to smaller steps. And with group coaching, it's very beneficial to see how everybody else is doing as well. Self-love is having courage and faith. Whether you believe in a higher being, whether you believe in yourself, you need to believe in yourself and have faith and have courage, because you're figuring everything out, and you hopefully have a coach that's helping you as well, like me. And you need to embrace change. People tend to freeze when they are trying to change. Don't do that. Don't be scared, because when you are, changing on little steps, and eventually accomplish what you need to accomplish, it's liberating and freeing when it happens. Remember, I am here to guide you through what you want to accomplish. And I said before, the beginning is awareness and the launch pad. Now, for many of my episodes, I've been telling you to set up a complimentary consultation where you get to know me. You can go to the next slide, and I can get to know you, and I guide you to optimal health. And that is at https://www.debi, D-E-B-I, changes, CHANGES, lives, lives.com/linktree. It's a great way to just find out what I can offer you and what we can do together. And it's really important to know what's going on with your health. And there's two ways of doing it. The health evaluation is free. You'll be rating systems in the last 30 days in 4 categories of health. Some questions are repetitive, answer them the same, and you'll get a score. Don't get upset if it's negative, because it's a baseline to improve upon. And you'll be doing this on a monthly basis. Then you can also do a Xialix scan, where I send you a link to this scan that will scan your body for 30 seconds, and it'll give you a report by looking at your blood flow in areas of energetic, functional, emotional, and tell you what biomarkers are out of line and what are in line based on your body systems and lifestyles. You'll get this report that also will tell you products and services that bring them back into line. And you want to I review it with you, and we'll work with the biggest categories for the health evaluation as well as the Zyto scan to improve your health. If you move forward on my services, you're going to get a $25 credit toward my services. So you are paying $50 for the scan, but you're going to get a $25 credit. And you can buy the Zyto pack of 5 scans for the price of 4. Now, go ahead and to the next slide. My programs are the Beach Reveal Retreat, Take Your Body Back, and Why Fast. And like I said, they include a clean, toxic-free diet and exercise and everything else. And I want you to forward through some slides here to go to the Beach Reveal Retreat. So I do have hourly packages, and I do have smaller packages that you can add on to those packages. But we're running out of time here, so I just want to make sure I cover these packages really quickly with you. My Beach Reveal Retreat is my 6-month weight release journey that can start either on March 1st or April 4th when all the seats are filled. The first week is an onboarding session where I talk about your health, whatever it's body scan that you decide to do, the Zyto or the health evaluation. I give you instruction on your meal plan, which could be a keto 90 or the wellness 90. The keto, you don't need to eat a stick of butter a day for keto. It's going to be a healthy keto for you. And the wellness 90 is like the Mediterranean diet without the gluten and oils. And then I create a baseline with your measurements, BMI, and weight. And then you're off to create your avatar board, which is part of that mindset coaching that I do with you, is where you can create your whole vision of your new self. And in that 23 weeks of Zoom coaching, you'll have that coaching that I have for you for releasing your emotions and stress that I've already mentioned before with for your self-love. You have 6 months of accountability and maintenance. I mean, you have a couple months for accountability and maintenance. This is a 6-month online coaching. And we meet once you're on maintenance and accountability until you get ready for the Beach Reveal Retreat. And I've already covered the mindset coaching, so we can go forward to the Beach Reveal Retreat, which is at the House of Influence in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, where you get to write your transformational story in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and enjoy a whole bunch of fun activities as well. You want to go to the next slide? And this whole program includes all the coaching that I told you, that mindset coaching, that maintenance coaching, the accountability group, that 6-month of the weight release journey, and it includes the retreat center, accommodations and foods, guidance of writing your chapter in your book, which is your story in the chapter of a book. And it's broken up with fun excursions and activities. And you can add on more excursions and activities at additional costs if you want. It includes the publishing costs and how to market your book. The whole cost of the whole program is $3,997. And there are payment plans. So on my link tree on the consultation button is where you would put a deposit to hold your spot. And if you want more information on the Beach Reveal Retreat, you can go to my shows, the Beach Reveal Retreat 2 and 1, which you can find on my YouTube button on my link tree. And you can go to my blog to find out more information, the Beach Reveal Retreat blog, so that you can see exactly what's more involved. You're welcome to set up that complimentary consultation to get to know me better, and I get to know you, and I'll answer all your questions, and you can put a deposit down. One thing that is really important is that transformation story will help release some emotions that you've had of your past as well. So it's a great thing to do. Now, I've already talked about all my programs and how much they cost and where you can find them. Just remember, you need to put, well, actually, the Take Your Body Back is very similar to the Beach Reveal Retreat, except it doesn't have the retreat and writing the book. And it's only a 12-week program. And the group one is $997 per each individual, and we have to have 4 people in there. If you want to do private coaching, it's $1997, and then you can add and that's the group sessions. You want to go back to the individual, and then you can also add maybe one of the packages to go over the why fast if you need some assistance, or you can do it yourself because there's 3 levels of coaching that you can do, and it's beginning, standard, and pro. All these have high dense, rich dense foods, recipes, exercises, and it's up to you whether you want the guidance for the why fast, but you can do that. And you do that at that appointment link. And you're also going to ask me questions there. Yeah, you can email me, but you get to know me because you will get a lot more out of everything at that appointment link. Now, one thing I'm offering as a complimentary service is Debi's Coaching Chats. It's going to be at Tuesday at 4 p.m. It's for 30 minutes. And at the beginning, it's an intermittent group where you can, we're going to be covering certain topics. I'm going to cover one topic, but I'm going to do a survey where you can find out how to make your body more efficient, ways of releasing stress, how hormones affect your body, efficiently release weight like quickly, having a winning mindset, how mindset optimizes your health and weight release, and how to create a new version of yourself, the avatar board. The highest popular selection is what we're going to discuss, and it's a great way to get a feel for how my coaching is. And you need to go to https://bit.ly/bit.ly/Debi, DEBI dash coaching with a capital C and chats with a capital C, and it is plural as one word. And that's how you register for it. Remember, I've been talking about YFast for quite a while, and I kind of gave you an idea what it will do for you, what intermittent fasting would do for you. I also, on my Linktree, you can purchase my my #1 Amazon bestseller book called Women Rising, which is a collection of many women's transformational stories, including my own. All of us that were authors felt that writing our chapter in a book was very therapeutic. So at Beach Reveal Retreat, you're just going to love. Also, these stories will help you if you're struggling. You can get a copy for $20 or a signed copy for $25. And you can email me at the Linktree, which is https://www.debichanges lives.com/Linktree. And I'll send out the book as soon as I get your email and payment. Finally, sign up for my newsletter to get more ideas about alternative health, upcoming promotions and events, and upcoming shows at https://bit.ly/radio TV show, all in lowercase. And as a gift, you'll be getting that 30-day health and mindset daily action journal that you can track your gratitudes, your thoughts, your emotions and feelings, the foods you ate, the water you drank, the exercise you've done, and even track your measurements. You want to look at it at a daily, weekly, monthly basis to see what's working for you and celebrate your wins, to see what's not working for you and work on your gaps. And if you're not using my coaching services currently, contact me to bridge your gap so I could be your coach. This is a health and wellness tool I've been telling you from the very get-go that will be so beneficial for you. Finally, I want to say I am certain that you'll find this episode educational, informative, and enjoy it. And you're welcome to reach out to me and ask me questions. Do yourself a favor and do that and make an appointment, because you never know unless you go for it and try. So continue to enjoy my radio and TV show, Debi Changes Lives, on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, where your holistic journey begins.